Hello and welcome to a reading for the upcoming energy of February 3rd, 2025. Welcome to another week of the beginning of the year. It's already just flying by. Welcome to February. We're going to get an overview of the general energy and then a few different cards around how we can navigate it, how we can best utilize what's coming towards us. My words are still slow this morning. It's a slow, rainy weekend morning where I am, which is just the absolute best. It feels like luxury. It just feels like cozy vibes. And I'm so glad to be here, kind of seeing what's up for the week ahead. But if I stumble on my words, it's just because I'm just still enjoying the morning here. So we'll get a little overview of the energy coming towards us the week of February 3rd, 2025, and then a few different ideas of how we can deal with this energy this week. Ooh, okay. I'm laughing so hard, you guys, because this is the second time I've started this video. The first time I honestly was just like too sleepy. I was so excited to do this reading. I'm really excited to see what is coming up for the week ahead. Last week's reading was like so on point. I was like, wow, yeah, there was so much burnout. It started really quickly. So it's like, ooh, what's coming up this week? I just made too many mistakes. Like my words are really bumbly. So I started over. This was the first card that came out for the first reading. So she wanted to be here for sure. The Three of Swords wants to be here. Ooh, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, wow. So this is intense. An intense week about how you are thinking and what you are saying and what it means and does to your actions. So let's take one card here at a time. This will be sort of like the overall energy of this week. We have the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So already this is just an indication that there's like a lot of communication, mental focus this month. Maybe you're planning something, or it's really like in month, week. Maybe you're really thinking of projects, having to work at work a lot, or maybe you're like having to think and strategize a lot for family matters, whatever area of life this is. There's a lot of thought going into it, so much so that we're really going to be encouraged to get into our feelings. So let's start at the beginning. The Queen of Swords is absolutely one of my favorite cards in the deck. She's head and heart blended. She has an incredible ability to logically think through problems, solve problems. She's above the fray there. She's above the clouds. There's nothing that like can bother her from any kind of conflict, if there is any. Look at all these like red hills going on. And if you are in the United States, well, really, if you're in the world right now, at the beginning of 2025, there is a lot going on in the world that can be concerning, that can be alarming, that can be very sensational and sensationalized right now. I love that we are starting out this week with a very strong capability to see things clearly, to speak things clearly, and to really be led by spirit, right? That's like what this black bird is here in the sky, messages from spirit coming in, informing us and inspiring us to say and think clearly and from our heart, and to find a clear path forward through the week. What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to feel? You can see and think and say into those things versus being mired in what is going on below you or around you or outside of you. It is a practice. I don't say that that's easy, but it is. We are capable of affecting the world around us or our small concentric circle of influence versus getting very upset or caught in anything that we can't control right now. So we have a clear head, we have people around us who are clear this week and really guiding us towards like the best of ourselves. I absolutely love this. It's feeling off to a really good start. Do not let the Three of Swords catch you off guard or think that that energy isn't going to carry through the week. I actually love seeing the Three of Swords as someone who, and I think this is common, can have a hard time just sitting down and feeling my feelings, or allowing myself the space to grieve, or allowing myself the space to really feel my fears. I love the Three of Swords because it's an invitation that it is actually the time to do that. When we see the Three of Swords, it says, now is the time that feeling your feelings, giving your space time to grieve, giving your space time to open the wound that's there and allow the elements to see it, heal it, feel it, allow spirit and the world and the universe at large, or your doctor or your friends, or like influences from around you, let that help tend your wound, right? So bring or allow whatever is coming up for you this week. And it could be about world events. It could be about things that are going on that you don't have any control over, that help you feel sad or uneasy or anxious, or like you're stabbed in the heart, like things that you wish you would see in the world, like peace and support for other people and the upliftment of humanity might not be what you are seeing currently. And it's okay to feel that. And in fact, the tarot is telling us this week, Spirit is telling us through this reading, that the ability or the time you take to like bleed that out, let yourself feel, open the vent on your feelings this week, is going to be really, really helpful. It's going to allow that space to be cleansed so that energetically, emotionally, mentally, you have more space to fill with fabulous, amazing things. It's that adage, like the world abhors a vacuum. So when you make space, emotional space especially, there's more room for joy. There's more room for clarity. There's more room for ways that you really want to think and feel and move forward. So I really encourage you this week to, anytime you're feeling overwhelmed or sad or grief-stricken or confused, sit down and sit with your feelings. Really just hold your hands to your heart, spend a minute, 5, 10, 60, an hour, like being in meditation and tending to yourself. Cry, get out the tissues and do whatever it is. Put on the sad songs, right? And let it out. Let it out. Okay, moving on to the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is oftentimes my card of self-sabotage. It's, it can be read as something sneaky going on around us, something that we don't often see, someone taking all of your toys and like running home with them. And she's in the fray, right? Like, look at her stepping in this red environment here. Things could feel agitated or on edge this week. Things that you have to walk through, environments that you have to live in or be in or walk through this week could feel agitated, inflamed, or provocative. And the Seven of Swords says, are you going to let someone else steal your joy? And bottom line, are you letting yourself steal your joy? Seven of Swords can often mean self-sabotage. Am I thinking thoughts that I am unworthy, that this can't be possible, that I can't make it, that the world isn't going to make it, that this is all screwed? When we do that, we take ourselves down. If you automatically believe you're not going to make it from the beginning, why try, right? Or if you do try, if you do get some traction on a project or a relationship or this next step, believing those thoughts at your core level will take you down in that project later on. So it's a real invitation to like carry this fabulous energy of the Queen of Swords through the week. The clarity that you feel, the clarity that other people are bringing to the table this week, if this is a character in your life, someone who you can rely on to have like a really clear, beautiful ability to see above the fray and help plan and help like say amazing, good things that help you plan and live your best life. Lean into that in yourself, your ability to know that you can come back to this. So as you catch yourself thinking unworthy thoughts, or it's never going to work out, or I can't do it, and also this can relate to people around you, like thinking thoughts like that around you, thinking gossipy thoughts, thinking negative thoughts about other people. It bleeds into your own life, girl. It bleeds into your own life. Like, cut it out. And it's not to say that we don't all do it. We all have judgments, but this is to say that anytime you catch yourself thinking like that, rearrange, come back to the personal power you do have, which is your ability to create your own reality by the thoughts that you can think. So think good ones. This can also be an indication that people around you may not be thinking the best thoughts about you or about your situation, might not have your best interests in mind, or whose hands are tied, right? So an example of this is I went in for like employee review a long time ago. From a boss at that point. She had some things that she had to tell me from the organization that she didn't necessarily want to, but she felt like her hands were tied. She had to like implement this procedure or protocol to tell me, even though I was doing a fantastic job, even though it was like, I was like, doing such an amazing job. There were all of these ways that like procedure and the business and the organization were not doing me right. It didn't mean that someone was like cheating on me. It didn't mean that someone was like, you know, screwing me over. Although in some instances that can be an indication of the Seven of Swords. But there was a vibe of things just not being supportive, people not thinking the best of me, and people not assuming and supporting me in the best way, and having like other interests that they made a priority over my well-being and the well-being of the organization. So that's a long-winded explanation, but sometimes having a concrete example can help you understand the energy of the cards. So, okay, this is the vibe through the week. It's a really powerful one, and I get the sense that it's a lot of choice. You get to choose this week what you believe, how it makes you feel, and therefore how you act. So be careful about what you're saying and what you're thinking, because you could end up here this week, or you could end up here with a good thought or a bad thought, right? Okay, let's get into a few additional cards. I think I'm going to use, did we use these last week? Well, I think we're going to use them this week anyway. What can we lean into this week? What can we be excited about, anticipate going well, going right? And then let's get a card for like what we might not see, what we could be aware of that might be challenging. So what could be a blessing this week and challenge? And this is the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Kranz. So beautiful. All right. What is a blessing? What can we be super stoked about this week? Okay. And what can be our challenge? Okay. Really beautiful. And they work so in tandem here. So we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. So this week, your absolute blessing is security, financial abundance, getting that raise, getting a bonus, or just feeling like the real stability of like financial security that you might have in your life. Maybe you don't work at all, but your spouse does, or your family does, or, you know, maybe you have an inheritance, or maybe you're very poor, but for whatever reason this week, you have enough food, you have enough water, you have enough like healthcare. There's going to be this way that we can really lean into the financial and material success and abundance that we have, or that we will see this week. So that's an incredible boon. As you feel that and as you experience it, be aware that the detriment to the week, or what we need to be aware of, is that it can be easy to hold on to that in a way that isn't productive for us. So the 4 of Pentacles is about like holding on, and in the position of like, what do we need to know that might not help us? Like, you need to let that go. There's something that you need to let go of. This is about like cleaning out your space, cleaning out your house, giving a donation. This is about continuing to give of your financial or material stability or wealth here. Let me see if I can get that glare to go away. Oh, much better. So know this week that you are going to benefit by continuing the flow of abundance. Don't hold on to it. Don't be miserly. If you have people that are coming to you this week that are asking for help, or that could use some of what you have, give to them. Open your heart, open your closet, like let things move in your life, because holding on to anything this week is going to hinder us in some way. If that is the card, if that is the energy, that is something we need to be aware of. Like, don't hold on to things. Let it go, and physically let it go. And physically letting it go can help us like feel lighter and also like more easy in our mental and emotional body. Let's get a card for what the beginning of the week is focusing on, and what we can focus on towards the end of the week. So this is the overall view, but let's get one card that tells us like what would be great to focus on or be aware of at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. Ooh, all right. Okay, let's move these up here. So we have the Lovers in reverse and the Knight of Coins. So sure, the Lovers in reverse can speak to breakups or ways that things aren't working out in your favor, particularly in your relationship, but it's also a card about choice. The Lovers is a card about choosing something. It's about choosing love over fear, and that doesn't always have to be in a relationship. It can be choosing the right path from a place of love versus fear. So when we see this in reverse, there's some awareness that the beginning of the week, things might not go the way that you want them to. There could be a way that you yourself might be choosing a direction or an action or a thought out of fear versus love. And this is also doubling down on this Queen of Swords. So Spirit Tarot, this reading wants us to be aware that as we start the week, there are going to be opportunities for you to show up in a loving way or choose the loving path, even if it doesn't go your way. Even if whatever is happening is not what you would choose, you can still show up and communicate in love and from an open heart. It could mean breakups, it could mean separations. And if it does, just know that like whatever is happening is always for you, not to you, right? Towards the end of the week, the Knight of Coins here says, keep going. This is the Knight of Pentacles. There is bounty, there is wealth, there is financial gain, there could also be messages coming in about this. So you could get letters, emails, like messages, calls, someone coming in and telling you about something financial or material gain here towards the end of the week. And it's also just a really strong message to continue forward. Do not stop going. Put one foot in front of the other. The journey of 1,000 steps starts with one step, or the journey of 1,000 miles starts with like one step, right? And the Knight of Coins is someone who will not stop until they get to the 10,000th mile. And they don't care how muddy the trail is or how dirty they get. It's one foot in front of the other. They have the tenacity of someone who just like absolutely will not stop until the job is done. And so towards the end of the week, as we get towards the end of the week, go ahead and give yourself a lot of, I was going to say give yourself a lot of stamina. I think the idea is going to be lean into a sense of stamina. We're in it for the long run, not a long time, not a good time. That's terrible. I hope you have a good time while you're in it for a long time. That's the entire point of this week, is to think good thoughts, lean into the resources that are clearly abundant that we have for you, and keep going, because there's such amazing things for you at the end of the rainbow. You just have to not stop. Just keep going. Okay, and this last card is just a card to say, how can we take the most advantage of all of these energies that are here? So our overall advice, our overall energy for the week. Oh, it's the Page of Pentacles. So cute. Look at this cute little kitten. And just like a cute little kitten, the energy here is about facing the week with a beginner's mind. And as you do so, engage in things physically, as you go through the week. If you have an opportunity to like join a club, do it. If you have the opportunity to have a conversation with someone new, make a new friend, engage some way in like a very tangible physical way this week, you are going to reap the benefits of it through the week. So I love that this is the advice for us, because the week itself is very mental. It's very much in our mental body. So this is saying to take full advantage of the week of February 3rd here. Get in your body, go out and play soccer, go out and like whatever soccer means to you. If it's a dance class, if it's another sport, like engage and play this way in your body and in ways that like give you access to the world and your physical surroundings. Dance, even if it's not a class, like dance in your kitchen, sing in the shower, do little things that help you feel playful and engage with the world. And it's going to bring some levity, and it's going to encourage you to make these actions and speak these words that are kinder versus like a heavier weight of things not going as much your way if you can't kind of keep that mental body lifted this week. So enjoy the week ahead. I hope these messages were so helpful, and catch you on the next one.